All right, welcome back. Brett here with clickmail.co. So in the last couple of videos, we've been looking at starting to assess the market. How many search terms do we, what's the search volume? How many search terms do we have? Can we really make a profit on this? Can we advertise to this and actually have clients coming in? Is there enough people? And so when we figure out that's the case and we say, hey, this is a good niche, this is a profitable niche, and we start creating our keyword plan, we need to do that. And we need to have a keyword plan for the different advertising accounts for clients that are coming in. So in this video, I want to give you a little agency hint here. Many times, if you're working with, let's say, therapists are only going to offer services to certain locations. Many of them are going to be local to a city or town. And so what you want to do is you want to have a templated keyword list for therapists and all of their services. You want to have these templated. You want to know, you already know all of the services. If you've done this a couple times, every time you see a new service, just add it into your template and say, oh, look, here's the keywords we found. So you don't have to go in and think, because you don't have to think about all of the new services. As I'm doing this child therapist, I've never advertised a child therapist. And so we're actually having to be creative and say, okay, how else could we say child therapists? Do people say it different places, different ways in different places? So we say child therapist, teen therapist. Well, what else? What do you call like a middle schooler, like a kids therapist? Like, I don't know. Do children do red light therapy? Do they do EMDR therapy? Do they do cognitive CBT for kids? Like, how many ways can we say this? I don't want to come up with this every single time I'm doing the keyword research. So have a template keyword plan that can much more quickly guide your keyword research for each client. So yeah, maybe you have to hone it in on a specific city or a specific state, but you already have the list that you know is pretty much the list. People aren't going to search things too differently so long as we're speaking the same language. The way you search for a child therapist in California is going to be very similar to Texas because there's only so many ways to say it. And once we have all those ways, we can just follow the template, fill it in, and then start customizing from there. So I recommend, if you're running ads in the same industry with the same sort of clients in the, even around different areas, you're going to want to have a templated keyword list that you can be using to speed up your process so you can deliver for them more quickly. This is what's going to make you a specialist. It's what's going to help you to add the extra value. Not only can you do it, but you can better than they can with the therapist. They're not advertisers. You are. Not only can you do it better than they can, but you can do it faster too, by a lot, because you already did all the research and you can just batch it for every client. So I recommend templating out a keyword plan for your clients if you're in the same industry with multiple clients. So thanks so much for being with me in this video. In the next video, we're going to get further into sort of assessing the ad type that you're going to want to consider and what type of ad it is, inbound versus outbound advertising, and starting to talk a little bit more about strategy for targeting the keywords to whatever it is that we're advertising and what type of ad we're advertising with. So in the next video, we're going to talk about that. We'll see you there.